Good morning, everyone. Steve and I are here at Hollywood Studios. It is 5:16 a.m.
Oh, we're getting an announcement.
Oh, okay. It is Saturday, December 7th? Yeah,
Yes.
7th. We here at Hollywood Studios, Rise of the Resistance, of course, opened on December 5th, so this is the third day of operation. As you can see, it is quite busy here at 5. Now it's 5:20 in the morning. I had to pause the video for some announcements, which basically just said line up behind a touch dial. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
They are still doing the boarding groups, of course. The way the boarding groups work, I'll explain it briefly and then we'll show you when we get in there. You have to go on the My Disney Experience app or find a cast member that has like a little iPad basically and put yourself in a boarding group. It's the only way to ride. There's no standby queue for Rise of the Resistance. So basically you will start seeing people as soon as they touch through, working on their phones furiously until it comes up. Sometimes it takes a minute or two to realize you're in the park, and you have to be in the park. Everyone in your group has to be in the park. You can add people, just like if you were making a dining reservation.
Right, so only one person needs to be on the app with everybody in the group.
Yeah,
in
so
the park.
like Steve and I are friends in My Disney Experience, so I could pull my phone up and add both of us to a group. But you can only be in one group at a time, so he can't do the same thing then.
Yeah, we both try to do each other at the same time to catch us so that they're going to collide.
It would just keep erroring and we'd get frustrated. You also have to be in the park. So if Steve was still in his hotel room in bed, I couldn't add him. Well, I could add him, but it wouldn't work. And it wouldn't necessarily tell you that's why it's not working. It would just keep erroring. So, keep that in mind. Try to be patient, I suppose. We are expecting that they will start letting us through the touch dial at 6, which is about 40 minutes from now. We don't know that for sure yet, but that just 6 seems to be the earliest that they're letting people in. The ride will probably not start operating till at least 8, I would say.
Yesterday people got on around 6:50.
Oh wow!
So
okay,
I think if the ride's
it's working,
in operation, they're gonna start putting people through.
So all right, well we'll keep you updated as we start moving forward. 6:36 they started letting us in. I don't know if you can see the lines go past the ticket booths way back there. All right, now I'm going to switch over to my screen recording so you can see me getting a boarding group, hopefully. I guess. Is it working yet?
No, yeah. The first time I clicked it didn't say I was in the park.
All right, so as you can see, it's saying I'm not in the park yet. This is what happened the other day. It took it a couple of minutes. Some worked faster than others, but it seems to take. You can click My Status here. It will also go this, and this one you can pull down and refresh from this screen if you want. Although I don't know that help you. So. Nope, still saying I'm not in the park, but you could hear people cheering kind of there in the background, so I gotta disconnect my Wi-Fi because it keeps jumping in and out on me here. Nope. Anything, Steve?
Nope. Oh, I got it. Boarding group 15.
All right, me too, 15. There we go. So this is what pops up then when you're in the boarding group. You can see your party. It is just me. You can remove guests, which you don't want to do. You got a cute little R5 droid rolling around up there. It says we're in line. So these bars, the gray bars you see there, will start turning green. So if I hit done here, it goes back to this. Now if I hit my status there, it will tell me there. And oh look, it actually just linked us on here since we're in the same group and we're friends on there. So there you go. And see now there's one green bar. So that will go as we get closer. Those green bars will go when all 5 are lit up. Then it's our time. So if you want to see, how close you're getting. On this screen, where it says now boarding there, it will eventually say which groups are boarding. The other day they started at group 10, so if we're group 15, we're gonna get called pretty early, I think. So as you hopefully just saw the screen recording, we both got into group 15. It took about, I don't know, a minute or two is all maybe before it recognized we were in the park. Just keep trying. It takes different times for different phones. Very pretty behind us there with the sun coming up kind of over the crossroads. So now what happens with the boarding group is you can go in, check your status. It will show you on the app which groups are boarding, so you can see how close you are. The little green bars will light up as you get close. Now, once your group gets called, you have 2 hours to get to the ride. So the other rides are open right now, it looks like. They're at least showing up in the app, and they just made an announcement saying, come ride our other rides, and listed all of them. So you want to go try riding some stuff?
Yeah, let's see how much we can get done before our group.
And you can even wait. If your boarding group gets called real early, you can still jump on another ride and then go over an hour later. So, so we'll see. You can see all the people still coming. These are all the people that were there before the park opened. It is 6:45 now, so they've actually been open for 8 minutes, and there's still crowds and crowds of people coming into the park. The cast member in the blue jackets right there, you can see them holding basically iPads. If you can't get your phone to work after a minute, or if you don't have a smartphone or don't have the app, those are the people you'll find to go to. You can see these cast members are all the way down the street. There she is right there. There's more down here with the iPads. So if the ones right when you walk in are busy, keep going. You'll find more. Some signs here pointing you towards Galaxy's Edge to the left, Toy Story to the right. I'm assuming that means that Galaxy's Edge is open that way. We're gonna head actually towards Toy Story Land and see what the wait times are while we wait for our boarding group to get here. It is now 6:53. The rides are running, all of them. Slinky Dog is 15-minute wait posted. I mean, the line kind of sticks way out here, but I assume they don't have all the switchbacks open. Aliens Rolling Saucers has like nobody in line over there. And Toy Story Mania was posted at 5. So, I mean, and we were just talking to some people that got here at 6 and got in boarding group 22. So we got here at 4. So that 2 hours gave us pretty much no advantage at all. So I think at least for the foreseeable, the time being, definitely through New Year's, probably even after that.
Spring break.
I would, yeah, busy times. Even if the park opens at 9, I would be here by 6 if you want to ride Rise of the Resistance in the morning. If you want to ride it at all, then I would still be here by probably 7:30, yeah, something like that.
Before 8.
Because the boarding groups will be all given out by probably 8, 9 at the latest. But it's a really good plan, especially if they're going to keep running rides early, and we'll keep an eye on all of that, of course. Just show up at like 6, get your boarding group, and then ride everything. You can probably get most, if not all, of the rides done before your boarding group gets called, and then even if it does, you can ignore it for up to 2 hours before you go over there. So we didn't go into Galaxy's Edge yet. I imagine
they have it blocked. This entrance is blocked this morning.
Yeah,
so I think you can sneak in.
Yeah, they have a bunch of cast members down there not letting you in this way. It's one way only right now. So I imagine most of the people going that way went to Millennium Falcon. Most of the people coming this way went to Slinky Dog here. There probably was very few people that went to Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror. 7:04 a.m. We are obviously down at Rock and Roller Coaster here. Posted 5-minute wait, and far, far fewer people coming this way. These are people that are just exiting the ride. It seems like people split almost 50-50 between Toy Story Land and Galaxy's Edge. Terror is not currently running. I don't know if it's broken or just not open yet. But,
I would imagine broken.
I'm gonna guess broken too, because everything else is running. But yeah, it seems like the crowds basically went like 50-50 to Galaxy's Edge, presumably to ride Millennium Falcon or stand in front of Rise of the Resistance, or went to Toy Story. Toy Story Land had a lot of people going to it. We don't know exactly how big the boarding groups are, and it could be variable. But it doesn't seem large. We've heard most reports were, unless the ride breaks down when you're in line, which is always possible, we've heard fairly short waits for people in the boarding. Like I've heard 30 minutes or less in most cases.
Yeah, yesterday it was about 40 minutes. A cast member said 45 minutes when we were in line, and it took us 30 minutes to get to the first pre-show room.
But I definitely wouldn't come to Sunset first, because you just don't need to. I mean, you can see behind me, there's nobody back there.
You can come here half an hour and still walk on to the ride.
I would definitely go either to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run or Slinky Dog Dash, which seems to be what everybody's idea is too. So.
And Rise of the Resistance isn't loading right now. We don't know if that's planned or not planned.
Again, can't tell.
Right, but you got your boarding group, so you still can get in when your time shows up.
Yeah, and like Steve pointed out, right now, because the park isn't technically open for another almost 2 hours, you basically have, it's like extra magic hour rules where there's no fast passes, so the standby lines will move more smoothly. You could definitely, I mean, the Slinky Dog Dash, even though there's a long line, that's still probably, you're gonna be out in under a half an hour, because it's just gonna move continuously.
When we left Toy Story Land, the line was almost outside the land. but it's going to be moving really quick.
Yeah. All right, let's go. You want to head over to Galaxy's Edge and see what that looks like? All right, if you don't have a smartphone or don't have the app, you want to look for one of these. There's a couple places. This one is right at the end of Hollywood Boulevard here. You can see the Chinese theater is right there. It shows you wait times, and then it will cycle around and show you the boarding status. So it looks like the sign right now over there on the Frozen sing-along is also showing the same thing. So these are what you want to look for if you don't have a smartphone. And we just talked to somebody. It is now 7:10. We just talked to a couple that just got to the park right now at 7:05 and got in boarding group like 55. So that's still not bad. The 55 should get called unless there's like major mechanical issues. So you know, you don't have to get here as early as we did. So that's good. So we are walking over towards Galaxy's Edge now. They are already even signing people up for the Jedi Training Academy. All the rides are open. At least some of the restaurants are open. I can't tell if Backlot Express is there, but the Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land was definitely serving already. I mean, the park just basically opened today at 6:30. Yeah. There's Tower Terror is the only thing that wasn't open, and that was probably an operational or a mechanical issue more than operations. So the park, without advertising it, they have done extra magic hours again.
Right.
Yeah.
But open there.
So here in Galaxy's Edge, there's the entrance to Rise of the Resistance, the cannon right there. If you have your boarding group called already, you go in down this way, kind of towards the entrance, and you'll come around. That's what those people are doing right there. If you do not, they want you to continue going this way. And these cast members here are lined up to kind of stop people from just hanging out, although you can see there's still some people hanging out, but not bad. This is very orderly and controlled for a new ride and a very large rope drop crowd. So it's impressive. And as you can see, like the walkways are still pretty open. There's not, even though a lot of people came here, it's not crazy busy. I imagine the restaurants maybe are a little busy. We'll see, because I could go for some food. So our boarding group just got called. You can see the little notification. It says when we have to return, 9:24, so that's 2 hours from when it hit. Now if I go to my status screen here, see all 5 green bars are lit. There's little fireworks around the R5 unit. Tells me when you can get directions to the ride if you want, which is hilarious. Where is that even leading me? Don't use the directions. I don't know where this is going.
It doesn't know, yeah.
Neither one of those is where I am or where the ride is. I don't know what that is. Okay. So don't use the directions. 7:44, we stopped for breakfast, and now we are coming back to a boarding group. They're up to boarding group, I think, last I looked it was 21. Yeah, they're still up to group 21. So you just come to the front of the ride here. And these guys, hello.
Boarding group or
Yes,
fast pass?
boarding group.
Okay, you're actually gonna head around this island here into those cast members over there.
Okay, great. So, as you heard, that was fast for the Fast Pass. Now, there is no Fast Pass Plus for Rise of the Resistance. People getting Fast Passes are ones who basically who yesterday got dumped out of the queue because the ride broke. Is how they would have gotten the Fast Pass. We got Fast Passes the first day we were here because that happened to us. So, yeah, you just come down this way towards the entrance here and to this area right here. Rise of the Resistance entrance. Go. And then it is these cast members here. They just scan your magic band to make sure you have a boarding group and it has been called. Hello.
You're good to go. May the force be with you.
So that's going to be it for the video. If you want to see more about Rise of the Resistance itself and get mine and Angela's opinions on it, you can watch the video that is going to pop up here in just a minute that I filmed on opening day. So I guess at least for now, while it is still a popular attraction, so I would say at least through the end of the year, and definitely keep an eye on it, while they are opening the park this early, I would say get here around 6:30 range for the most part. Get the boarding group immediately as you come in, and then go ride other stuff. Go eat breakfast. Go relax until your boarding group is called. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and may the force be with you.